Hey everyone, and welcome back for another video. Today I've got a new piece of equipment with me, and that is the Earthwise 16-inch electric dethatcher. Now, I've never used a commercial or electric dethatcher or anything like this before, so this is going to be sort of a trial run for me, but I wanted to give one of these machines a try for a couple of reasons and some things that I have going on in my lawn. One of those things being I've got some disease issues, and I've got a lot of organic matter kind of built up in my soil and in the canopy of the grasses, which has caused a Pythium problem for me. This year, specifically in the month of July, we had some record heat, we had some record humidity, and I do have some parts of my lawn that do drain poorly just because of some dips in some areas that hold too much water, which caused a Pythium outbreak, and it's wreaking havoc on my lawn right now. So I wanted to give a dethatcher a try to sort of open up the canopy a little bit, get rid of some of that organic matter, maybe thin things out, and then I'll come back in after that and work on some of those drainage problems. So with regards to the Earthwise dethatcher, underneath the machine we have these tines that sort of dig into the canopy and pull that organic matter out. Now I know they call this a dethatcher. It doesn't actually scar up the thatch layer of the lawn. It really is just getting out this organic matter that's kind of reducing airflow and kind of just really overall affecting the health of the grass, and that's really what we're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and run this machine over the entire lawn today, maybe do a couple of passes. This is going to be a learning experience for me too, since I've never used one of these machines before, and I'm probably going to start at the highest setting because my grass is pretty tall. I've started lowering my height of cut recently. I'm mowing at 3 1/4 inches. I was mowing at 4 1/4, so we're about an inch shorter than I normally would be. So if I wanted to, I could easily drop the height of cut just by moving this lever on the front of the machine. So we're going to start on the highest setting. Another thing that I noticed about this machine that I haven't noticed on the Sunjo or the Greenworks, which I've never used, is that it has a debris catcher on the back, which actually seems pretty nice. It's got this hard plastic bottom, nice mesh. So overall, the build quality of this seems pretty good. It really only took me about 5 minutes to put this together out of the box. All you have to do is connect the bracing for the handle and you're on your way. So I'd like to see if maybe it helps you with the amount of time that you spend cleaning up after the job is done by using this bagger. I do imagine that maybe depending on how much of the organic matter you have built up in the turf, you might be emptying this thing quite a bit. So I got a wheelbarrow with me, and we'll see just how much debris we're actually able to pull up. So with that as a quick intro, let's go ahead and let's fire this thing up. Let's get it going and just kind of see what we're able to accomplish with pulling up some of the organic matter out of the canopy of this turf. So this is about, 20 feet or so of my first pass. Pulled up this much debris really just on the highest setting. So let's keep going and see what happens. So right off the bat, I've noticed about every 30 feet or so you got to empty the grass catcher. By the way, this is from just one pass so far. So quite a bit of nasty, disgusting grass it's catching already. Look at this massive pile of organic matter I pulled just from my front yard. This and all of this came from a double pass with the Earthwise on my front lawn. So really the electric dethatcher really performed as I expected it to. It got the job done. Had a couple of run-ins with some clogging issues that I had. I think was really just kind of related to the thickness of the turf. Maybe sometimes I got a little bit aggressive with it, and so I had to stop and I had to sort of clear out some of the debris that was wound up in the tines before I could actually continue. And I also ditched the bagger on it pretty quick. I actually ended up just going over it with a lawnmower to suck up all the debris and bag it in my lawnmower and then dumping it on the side. So all in all, I mean, I'm pretty happy with the results. It did work as advertised, honestly. It wasn't really earth-shattering. I haven't even tried any of the other electric dethatchers, so I really can't compare the performance of those two in comparison to the Earthwise model that I use today. The one thing I did like about it, honestly, is that it's 16 inches. It's a good size, and as long as you mow with it kind of in the same like the same pace as if you're mowing your lawn, it actually works a little bit better. I felt like the slower that I moved with it, the more difficult time it had kind of getting into that layer and getting the debris up. So overall, pretty happy with the job today. You know, really the goal of this whole project was to open up the canopy of the turf, get a lot of that organic matter out of there so I can let the lawn breathe and try to resist the contributing factors, one being the thatch and organic matter in that was causing my disease issues. So this was sort of step one in some plans that I have leading into the fall. I've got some other projects and some other things planned for this lawn leading into this year, so I'm not going to really get into that right now, so stay tuned for some of those updates. But definitely got some big plans, got some things coming up, some big videos, so looking forward to sharing those with you guys. I appreciate you tuning in for this one, and with that, I'll see you in the next one.